Hi guys, in this video we are going to learn about functions in JavaScript. So you know that there are few things that we need to discuss about the functions, like how to define the function, how to call the function, how to pass the parameters, and how to return the values, and most importantly, what is the definition of function. So basically the function is a block of code that can be reused. So let me show you how. I am going to take the example of finding the square of a number. So let's define the function first. So the name of the function is square, and what's the syntax of defining a function is that we need to write the keyword function, and then after you need to put the name here. And here I am going to define declare a variable, for example side equals to, for example, 5. So here is the console.log, and how to deal with the square of a number is like side into side. So I am also going to print a message here like square, and now if you will save this code and if you are going to refresh the page, you are getting nothing. Why? Because you have not called the function. So functions will not be executing until you are calling it. So how we will be calling this? You are going to use the name of the function and then parenthesis. So in this way you will be calling the function. So if you will refresh now, you will get the output like square is 25. So 5 into 5 equal to 25. But you can see over here that this is the static value. How we can make it dynamic? I mean, if you wanted to change the values, then how you can do that? So at that time you will be able to pass the parameters from here. So for example, I am writing here 4, and in the function's definition I will be writing, for example, side. So whatever value would be passed from the function called, that would be received on the function definition. So here I am going to remove these static values, and you can see that we have the side into side, and now if you will refresh the page, you will get the value square is 16. So in the same way, if you are calling the function once again with the different value, for example 7, and now if you will see on the output screen, you will get square equal to 49. So what does it mean? It means that you are able to pass different values on different function calls. And you can imagine that we have this function for finding the square of a number, and we are calling again and again. So this is the way to reuse the specific functionality. So whatever place you want, you can call this function and that would be executed, and you will be passing a specific value, and according to that value the calculation would be done. So let's talk about the return value. So for example, I am writing here square 4. So 4 is going to be passed and then calculated, but I am not interested to console it over here. So how we can do that? We can actually return the value from there, side into side. So I will be calculating the square of a number inside the function, but the result would not be printed over there. I am interested to console the result over here. So once something is returned from the function, then you need to assign that value in a specific variable. For example, I am going to write here result equal to square 4. So when the function would be called, then this function definition would be executed, and inside of it the calculation would be done and return a value, and that value would be assigned on to the result variable. And now we can console log here. So you can see that result. So I am going to remove the console, clear the console, and once refresh, then I am getting the value 16. So that means I can able to get the result from this function. So this is called as passing the parameter and then returning a specific value, and then doing the console log. So in this way you can actually reuse the functionality. For example, you have multi lines. For example, I am calculating something more, and there are few more lines inside the function, and you know that if you are calling that function more and more times, then at that time you only need to call the function only, You need not bother about the statements to write again. So this is the value of function. I mean, this is the quality of function, that we can reuse multiple statements. We only need to write once, and that we can use over and over again. So I think that you got the concept of function in the JavaScript. So in the next video we will be learning arrow function, which is really an important version of function. So in that video we will be exploring more things, because slowly and gradually we will be moving forward to the advanced concepts. So if you are still facing any issue or problem, feel free to ask me the question so that we could move smoothly. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.